Maybe we can make a tree spawn. A little village, maybe. Oh, let's go down here. Look at what we dynamically generated here. What is this? Can we go inside? Maybe we can break through. Ooh, look at that. What's inside? See if we can get in there. Can I jump? Oh, that's lava. I wonder if will it kill me? Oh God, what? Oh. Oh, look at this. Okay, now we're outside. Whoa. Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video showing off this really cool tech demo that I just tried out. It came out a few days ago and it's essentially like an AI created version of Minecraft. Obviously, as you saw in the intro there, the gameplay is a little bit wonky as things are constantly getting generated and overwritten in real time, and it's kind of a trippy experience to play, but I'll leave a link in the description of where you can play this demo to try it out for yourself, which I would recommend giving it a try, as well as this overview page that has a whole bunch of information about how this all works. I'm not even gonna pretend to try and explain all this as I don't know, but if you are knowledgeable in this type of stuff, you might find this interesting as there's kind of overview information as well as like links to Hugging Face and whatnot, but not my area of expertise, but if this is something you're into, you might find all this stuff interesting on how this works. But anyways, I thought this was really cool and kind of a, interesting topic as where things are going in terms of AI generation and gaming. So I'll show a little bit of more footage if you're interested, and then just kind of give my thoughts on how this may be incorporated in the future. So if you do decide to give this a try, you'll see a page that looks like this. However, if you notice in the top right corner, there's a message that says it's my turn. So depending on the traffic and volume, you may have to wait in line a little bit. When I first tried this out, I had to wait about 5 minutes until I was able to actually choose a map and spawn in. And once you do that, you do have a 5-minute time limit to play, and then you'll have to essentially get back in line and try again. But honestly though, I've tried most of these maps and it doesn't make a huge difference because after the first 30 seconds, it seems like the AI is generating new things anyways. So it's kind of a starter point, but it all kind of blends into the same ending point, I would say. But as you load into the world of your choosing, it should look very familiar if you've played Minecraft before. Pretty much everything's identical in terms of like the UI and the menu and whatnot. And for the most part, all of the general stuff that you'd expect to be able to do in Minecraft, you can do. Again, however, it is very, very wonky. So trying to be productive in any of those things is quite challenging as the AI system is constantly regenerating new stuff. So as you try and build something, if you look away, it'll immediately disappear, and like things in your inventory will randomly appear and reappear. So you kind of have to go with the whims of the system and then just take what it gives you. But for the most part, the functionality is there, which is really cool. Also, just calling out that the music was added by me. It's not part of the demo, so there's no AI music generation or sound aspect of this. It's only visual. I just added that to the video because I thought it would be nice to have. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. But anyways, here is another example of another world that I joined where I had a little bit of success building a house. However, it kind of starts off going pretty smoothly. I thought, oh my God, it's actually working like real Minecraft. But once you start expanding out and like looking away and it goes outside of your view, the AI system quickly kind of takes over and starts doing its own interpretation of what it thinks is going to happen next, I guess. So you can see I'm building blocks, and then now I have suddenly magically I've got 2 rows where I only had 1. And it gave me a whole bunch of free blocks, and then you kind of look away and then suddenly that row is gone, and now it's this huge giant amalgamation of who knows what. But so you can, if you're working in a small space, get away with a little bit of building, and now the entire world is now blocks, and then it turns into this giant, I don't know what, mansion of random stuff. So it's kind of interesting just to kind of, see what the system's going to end up doing. But you can, if you kind of work in a small space, kind of get away with some small construction before the system takes over. But honestly, I mean, I think that is the most fun and the most interesting part of this, is not necessarily trying to build anything or, be productive or play Minecraft in the way you normally would, as you're obviously not going to be able to do that, but just kind of running around and seeing where the game takes you as you kind of get into this dreamlike state of, just like things meld together and you get transported from one weird area to the next. As you can see here, I started digging down and I was very curious to see what the system was going to end up doing, as I was in a pitch black area for a couple seconds, and then I just suddenly emerged into this kind of creepy dark room and then looked around, and then that, opened up immediately into this other area and started running over there, and then that transformed in this other area and, run that way. And it's just, again, it's this very surreal, like dreamlike state that you get into. I don't know if I've ever experienced it in a game before. Which leads us into the closing message that you see once your 5 minutes with the demo are up. This is just a glimpse into the future of interactive AI experiences. What's next? Just imagine. So obviously this tech still has a lot of limitations and needs to advance quite a bit before we see anything practical, being used in gaming. But my first immediate thought went to this February 1997 issue of Next Generation, showing off these absolutely crazy new graphics from Unreal. So insane that they felt the need to reassure readers in big bold letters that yes, this is an actual PC game screenshot. Now, to be fair, that was impressive for the time, but it just goes to show how much room for improvement we still had ahead of us. I have a feeling we'll probably be able to look back at this tech demo in somewhat the same way, and I'm excited and a little bit scared to see what that means. On the one hand, it could offer this unlimited potential where your favorite games essentially never end, and they just keep expanding and expanding with more content to fit your preferences. And then on the other hand, it may mean just this unfortunate massive drop in quality as developers opt for cheap, poorly implemented generative AI solutions as opposed to more handcrafted experiences. Either way, though, I think this is coming whether we want it to or not. There are just so many other examples coming out showing the crazy progress that this technology is making, like this real-time generation of Doom that uses a neural model. It's true that these are all basically limited to tech demos right now, but I point you to the Next Generation magazine and the graphics that were so state-of-the-art, they needed a message ensuring its authenticity. I mean, just look at the detail of those hands gripping the weapon. They've got finger lines and everything. So wrapping things up and taking us back to that final question of the demo, I'll leave you with an example of my optimistic vision of the AI gaming future. An uncertain amount of time has passed. I sit down, power on my Nintendo Future system, and load up The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. It's a game I've beaten many, many times, but this will be the first time I've ever played it. I begin reading a storyline no one has ever seen, enter a version of Hyrule never played, and I can do this over and over as many times as I want.